Good morning, students. So now we are going to start our new chapter from standard 8 mathematics. Okay. In the previous lecture, we have completed the chapter number 2, that is parallel lines and transversal. Now from this lecture, we are going to see a new chapter, and name of the chapter is indices and cube roots. Okay. So in 7th standard, you have studied the indices, what is index number, and you have also studied the laws of indices. Okay, so we are going to recall those laws in this particular lecture. Okay, so what is indices, or what is the number in the index form? Okay, so index form of any number is in the form of a raised to m. So any number which is represented in the form of a raised to m is called as index form or indices number. Okay, where a is called as base and m is the index, or also known as power. Okay, so a number in the form of a raised to m, where a is base and m is called as index. Okay, for example, 2 raised to 7, or 3 raised to 2, or 4 raised to minus 6, or number 3 raised to 1 upon 2. Okay, such numbers are the examples of index form. Okay, so we have studied some laws, that is laws of indices. One by one we are going to see all the laws. So the first law, that is law of indices, is that a raised to m into a raised to n will give us a raised to m plus n. Okay, that means number in the form a raised to m into a raised to n will give us a raised to m plus n. For example, 2 raised to 6 into 2 raised to 5. Okay, so according to the formula, according to the first law of indices, what we can write, 2 raised to 6 plus 5. Okay, so 6 plus 5 is nothing but 11, so we can write 2 raised to 6 into 2 raised to 5 is equal to 2 raised to 11. Okay, we will take one more example. For example, 2 raised to 3 into 2 raised to minus 1. Now for the second number, the power is negative. Okay, so what we will do, we will stick to the formula. So 2 raised to 3 plus in bracket minus 1. So plus into minus becomes minus. So 3 minus 1, and 3 minus 1 is nothing but 2. So 2 raised to 2. Okay, so in this way we can simplify the index numbers. Okay, now we will see the another law, that is law second of indices. It is a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n. What is the second formula? A raised to m divided by a raised to n is equals to a raised to m minus n. When there will be multiplication between the two index number, we are going to add the power. Okay, and when there is going to division between the two numbers, we will subtract the powers. Okay, so we will take an example. For example, 6 raised to 3 divided by 6 raised to 2. So what will be the answer to this particular question? It will be 6 raised to 3 minus 2. Okay, as there is division sign between the two index number, we are going to subtract the power. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So 6 raised to 1. Okay, then law number 3, it is a raised to 0 is equal to 1. So any number which have power equal to 0, any number so any number which have power equal to 0 or index equal to 0, then the answer is going to be equal to 1. So 7 raised to 0, the answer will be 1. 2 raised to 0, answer will be 1. 1000 raised to 0, the answer is going to be 1. Even infinity raised to 0, the answer is going to be 1. So what is infinity? It is the symbolization of the finite number. Okay, we don't know where the numbers are going to stop. Okay, what is the last number? We don't know, so we represent that last number by infinity. So infinity raised to 0 is also going to be equal to 1. Okay, now next, fourth formula, it is a raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m. Okay, so if the power of any index number is negative, we can take the reciprocal of that number. Okay, so a raised to minus m will be equal to 1 upon a raised to m. So for example, 6 raised to minus 2, we can write this as 1 upon 6 raised to 2. Okay, if we do not want this negative sign in our number, so what we can do, we can take the reciprocal of that particular number. Okay, now another formula or another law of indices, it is a raised to m upon b raised to m equal to a upon b raised to m. So if the power is same and the bases are different and we are performing the division between those two numbers, then we can take the power as common. Okay, अगर पावर सेम है लेकिन बेस क्या है, दोनों भी डिफरेंट है और बीच में क्या है, हम लोग ने लिए डिवीजन साइन लिए, डिवाइड कर रहे हैं हम लोग, तो हम लोग पावर को क्या ले सकते हैं, कॉमन ले सकते हैं. सो आई हैव रिटन हियर a अपॉन b रेज टू m. फॉर एग्जांपल 6 raised to 3 upon 8 raised to 3, we can write this as 6 upon 8 raised to 3. Okay, now we will see the another law, that is law number 6, that is a into b, so a raised to m into b raised to m. Now again the bases are different but the powers are same, and in between the index numbers the operator that we have taken is a multiplication sign. Okay, so again we can take the power as common. So I have written a into b raised to m. For example, 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3, it will give us 2 into 5 raised to 3, and we can further simplify it as 10 raised to 3. So 2 into 5 is nothing but 10, so 10 raised to 3. Okay, so these are the some basic laws of indices which we have studied in the previous classes. Okay, so in the description you will find all these laws. Okay, a PDF link will be given in the description in which you will find the formulas, all these formulas, and also some question for homework. Okay, in the next lecture we will see practice set 3.1.